Welcome to Face Off Series 2, The Grandmasters. This event is brought to you by Bugsy Promotions.
Hello guys, a big welcome to the Billiard Network, the home of global pool on YouTube. My name is Imran Majid, aka the Maharaja. I'll be hosting today's match. Now today we have some old school action from 2001, and this is called the Grandmasters. It's a race to 50, and now this is the second part of the series. This is series 2. EFREN to break in rack 44. It is a race to 50, and EFREN just broke off. Now both these players were former world champions, so they made this tournament to see who was the grandmaster. And it's a race to 50, 9-ball action. EFREN breaks off, got a shot on the 1. Decides to play safe. Ideally wanted the 1 to go behind the 9-ball, but has still got cover with the 4-ball. Yes, this is action from 2001 in the Philippines, hosted by Bugsy Promotions, which was a billiard promotion company in those days. I don't think they exist anymore. Nice little masse shot there by FONG-PANG CHAO, also known as the Cold Face Killer. And yes, you can just see his face, and his nickname speaks for itself. What a cold face he has. EFREN replies with a nice little safety of himself. So in Series 1, FONG-PANG CHAO got a lead of 25 to 18. Still a long way to go in this match. There are 3 parts to this series, and you're watching Series 2. Looks like FONG-PANG CHAO is going to play a 1-rail kick. Try and hit the 1 ball and maybe get something going. Okay, so he successfully hit the 1 ball. Looks like he's left an easy save for EFREN behind the 2 ball. So if you like this match, please follow, like and subscribe. Always nice to see some old footage of great legends of our game. A lot of you may not know of FONG-PANG CHAO. He was the best player in Taiwan in that era. He was born in 1967, so he's 53 years of age right now. And in this match, he's at an age of 34. EFREN in this match was 47 years of age. Probably just past his prime. I mean, when we talk about EFREN being in his prime, we're talking about many, many years, because he played to such a high level for so long. It's hard for us to put a kind of time scale on his prime. I remember even in his early 60s, just a few years ago, he was still winning tournaments in the Philippines against all the young guns. But we've got to say he's past his prime now. So a nice kick shot, leaves a tough shot for EFREN now. Has to cue over the jaws of the side pocket. He's got to bear down on this one. Maybe a touch of right hand spin to help the 1 ball go in. Should have natural position for the 2. It's all about speed control, this shot. Doesn't have to attack here, can play a safety as well. Oh, just like that, yeah. He didn't think it was worth going for the one ball there. He could probably make it, but in pool sometimes you have to play the percentages. He probably thought to himself, how many times out of 100 am I going to make this shot and be successful with it? And how many times out of 100 am I going to be successful with the safety shot? So he elected to play safe, which was a wise decision, because as you can see, he's got ball in hand. Safety shots are just as important as running out and clearing up the racks. If you can get ball in hand, that's very powerful. So they're both former world champions. EFREN won the World Championships and the 8-Ball Championships. And he was the first player to win the World Championships in 2 different disciplines. On the other side, FONG-PANG CHAO won the World 9-Ball Championships 2 times in 1993 and in the year 2000. So they're both world champions, and they wanted to make this match to see who was the Grand Master. It's kind of like the champions of champions we have in recent times, where you get a bunch of players, 3 or 4 players, to see who's the best champion of champions. So you can just stun the 7-ball in off the rail, a touch of low left. As you can see, him striking the ball, nicely done. Plays the 8 in the same pocket. Probably have to swing round 2, 3 rails here for position on the 9. Some bottom right hand spin, maybe 4 o'clock on the cue ball. Nicely done. As we know, EFREN has great positional play and speed control. And hopefully we're going to see some of that magic and wizardry in this race to 50. EFREN to break, rack 45. Unfortunately, didn't hit the rack square. Didn't hit the head ball flush. Hit it on the left-hand side and scratched into the side pocket, unfortunately, for EFREN. Now the cold-faced killer in action. Easy 1 ball. Stun off the rail, maybe 3 o'clock on the cue ball. 3's lying handy, just where his bridge hand is. So you can just play center table position here. Center table position is always your best friend in 9-ball. Gives you the best chance of being on your object ball. Now I don't think the 6 goes past the 7 into this bottom right hand corner pocket. So he might elect to play the 6-ball long. So I can just roll this in maybe with a touch of inside. Okay, didn't look like he got any inside spin on that. Still has got a fairly makeable shot on the 6, but would have liked to have better position. Can just roll this in, center ball striking, top center. Wants to maintain an angle for the 7 to get back down for the 8. Nice angle, can play 2 rail position. Bottom left. Maybe 7 o'clock on the cue ball here. Have to get your speed right. Nicely done. Leaves himself an angle on the 8 ball to get to the 9 ball. Looks like it's sitting quite natural here for him to play one rail position, just high top. Nicely done. And very good position on the 9 ball. 26-19 to FONG-PANG CHAO. Rack 46, FONG-PANG CHAO to break. Sorry, it's a bit of a mouthful sometimes. FONG-PANG CHAO. Sometimes people calling CHAO FONG-PANG. So just bear with me if I slightly mispronounce his name. So dry break there from FONG-PANG CHAO. But lucky enough for him, hasn't left an easy shot for EFREN. He's covered by the 5 ball. So EFREN is going to try and push out here and maybe tie something up in doing so. That's what you want to try and do in 9 ball. If you're faced with a push out, try and tie up some balls to make it hard for your opponent. You know that when you have to push out, you're kind of going to be second favorite to win the rack. So you want to make things harder for your opponent. That's why he tied up the 2 with the 8. Now this is an easy chance for FONG-PANG CHAO to put him glued right behind that 4 ball and send the 1 down table. Just like that. And wow, this is a tough escape for EFREN. But if anyone can, this man can. He's known as the Magician. He's got a bag of tricks up his sleeve for every shot. And there you see it. What a great escape from EFREN. Had to judge that perfectly because he had a small window. He only had maybe a quarter of the 1 ball to hit. So, excellent shot there by the Magician. FONG-PANG CHAO sizing up a combination on the 3 ball. Yeah, it was kind of laying funny, so he couldn't really get position on the 1 ball. But should have EFREN back here in some trouble. Maybe a little draw behind the wall of balls there. Tried to get him behind the 7. Looks like he's partially got him. Let's see what the Magician has up his sleeve. That looks like he's going 1 rail with some right hand spin. Nice full contact on the 1 ball. Has got a lucky leave and left FONG-PANG CHAO snookered behind the 6 ball. That can happen so easily on a 9x4 surface. So could only kick it 1 rail. It looks like he's left EFREN a shot on this 1 ball. I don't know if he can make it. She'll soon find out. Yeah, it looks like he can make it, but position on the 2 will be very difficult. So he may not elect to shoot at this ball. Well, it looks like he is. It looks like he's winding up. Okay. So that was a great attempt. He actually played to develop the 2 ball. And he did make contact with the 2 ball, but didn't put it into a makeable position. Can go behind the 4 here now to lock him up. EFREN, obviously, in this match is the master tactician. FONG-PANG CHAO is going to have to use all his kicking and safety skills to compete with EFREN in that department. FONG-PANG CHAO, 34 years of age in this match. So it's probably quite near the peak of his career. Just won the World Championships, World 9-ball Championships a year before this match. So will be feeling confident. He is the reigning world champion at that time. Okay, so he's got a nice angle on the 4-ball. Some bottom left. Wants to probably draw past the 6-ball, play position for the 5 in the corner pocket. There you see the left-hand spin taking effect. Yes, that was smart play. Playing the 6-ball in the side. Now this rack is at his mercy. No problems here. Should reduce the deficit. But I shouldn't really talk prematurely until all the balls have sunk. Maybe some top left spin, 2 rails into the center of the table. Could just float this 1 rail, or he could stun round 2 rails. Okay, 1 rail, and checked it up with some right hand spin. Nice position on the 9. Now the score should be 26-20 to FONG-PANG CHAO. Rack 47, the magician to break. No ball down. Dry break, and FONG-PANG CHAO has got a nice shot on the 1. Can play position for the 2. Needs to go back and forth using the rails. Okay, he didn't even attempt it. He went for a safety. He obviously thought he couldn't get position on the 2-ball from there, and he very wisely played a nice safety. Yeah, I think the 1-ball was a little bit thin to get position down table for the 2. So he elected to play safe. Good decision. EFREN faced with a kick shot. And 9 times out of 10, he always hits the ball. Amazing knowledge of the angles from the magician. Has left FONG-PANG CHAO a shot. However, when he pots this 1-ball, looks like his cue ball is naturally going into the 6-ball. So it's going to have to negotiate good position on the 2 after hitting the 6-ball. So interesting to see how it go about this. Oh, that was a lovely shot. So he grazed off the 6-ball with some inside spin and negotiated position lovely there. Very well done. Now the 3-ball is right at the other side of the table. So he's going to have to put a stroke on this one. Looks like it will probably draw back, maybe 2 rails. It's always a good idea to close your bridge when you're drawing back, especially when you're drawing back over distance. So there you see his closed bridge. He's going to probably draw this back 1, 2 rails. He actually put some low right on that draw. Probably hit it like 5 o'clock on the cue ball to widen the angle when he hit that first rail. So well executed shot. Just looking to see where he can pot the 4 ball. Looks like it's pretty flat on this 3 ball. So he's going to have to put a stroke on this one too. Okay, he hit it pretty full with a lot of left-hand spin actually. He probably hit that like 10 or 11 o'clock on the cue ball. Now, looks like he's going to have to play a 5-8 combination after this. Okay. Didn't go for the combination. Tried to play the 5 ball in the other pocket past the 6. Not sure if that was the correct shot, but he obviously thought it was within his capabilities. Well, a lot of people would have played a 5-8 combination there because it laid nicely. Now he's going to have to kick this 1 rail. Okay, he hit it with some speed and he got lucky, made the 6 ball with the cue ball. Left himself a tricky 5 now. Can play it into the corner or the side. It's preference really. Playing it into the corner would avail better position on the 7. And the cut into the side pocket looks very thin. Gotta bear down on this one. Keep your head still. Stay down and follow through. Oh, and he just missed it. Didn't quite stay down for me as much as he would have liked. It looks like he jumped up a little bit towards the end of the shot. It's always a good idea to stay down until the ball is pocketed. Or some people stay down until the cue ball comes to a rest. So EFREN plays a containing safety. And you see priority there was for the object ball, getting that safe. He knew he couldn't have a snooker. He couldn't play a snooker there, but had to get that object ball safe. What's FONG-PANG CHAO going to do? Is he going... Okay, I see what he was trying to do. He was trying to bank that 4 ball behind, just before the side pocket, so it would go down near the 8 ball and hopefully leave EFREN a tough shot. But he hadn't. He hit the jaw of the side pocket and has left EFREN an easy run out here. Probably 2 rails here to try and get a nice angle on the 7. So he can just float down for the 8 ball. Doesn't want to be straight on the 8 ball. And he will know that.
Pounding that 7 in. Not in the most ideal positions for the 8, looking at his face, but
A little bit shorter than he would have liked. So it looks like he's going to have to move his cue ball a little bit. Up and down table. Yeah, just like that. Okay, would have liked a straighter shot on the 9 ball, but this is very makeable for the magician.
Shot on the 9. The magician gets it done. EFREN BATA Reyes goes
Nicely done.
back and the lead
Reduces the
now
deficit again.
down to
EFREN's coming back.
Oh. So it'll be like
Rack
a
48.
3.
EFREN to break.
Okay,
It's a race to 50. This is the face-off series, Series 2, and you're watching the Grand Masters. I am Imran Majid for the Billiard Network, hosting today's match. So there you saw a good picture of EFREN, 47 years of age at the time of this match. Tried to cleverly put the 2 behind the 4 and 9. Has just left a little edge here. Now this 2 ball, it is makeable. Let's see what FONG-PANG CHAO does. I don't think he's got any option but to shoot at it. His cue ball will career into the 5 ball. But nevertheless, if he does make the 2, he should have a shot on the 3. Oh wow, great execution there from FONG-PANG CHAO. And a nice shot on the 3 ball into the top corner pocket. Well, the top corner pocket would avail a easier position for the 4 ball. That's why I said it. He could elect to go into the side pocket. Just having a look at that now. So just to remind you guys, this was the face-off challenge, and this is Series 2, and this is the Grand Masters. Both had won World Championships prior to this match, and this was to see who was the best, kind of like a Grand Masters. Well, it is called a Grand Masters, this tournament, or this match. That was a nicely executed shot. Played it into the side pocket with loads of left-hand spin to miss the 5 ball. And now sets up this rack nicely. Looks like he can just spin off 2 rails here. 1, 2. Okay, played it into the other corner pocket. I would have maybe played it into the right-hand corner pocket. Does have a cut shot. Let's see what he does. Okay, nicely done. Nice cut shot. Look where his cue ball landed. In case he missed the 4 ball, he had cover with the 7. So smart play there by FONG-PANG CHAO. Hasn't got a potable 6 ball, but can take command of this rack and put him in a tight safety. Okay, it looks like he threw his body at that shot. Not sure what he played. Maybe a 6-8 combination. And let's give EFREN a chance here. Looks like EFREN can just hit this with low left and just kill the ball. Slow roll it like that. Now wants to get his cue ball back over to the other side of the table for the 8. So it's 5 o'clock on the cue ball. Nicely done. FONG-PANG's got to watch out. EFREN's coming back.
And now, the magician EFREN Reyes catching fire here in the parts of day number 2 of face-off makes it just before that momentum shifts. From watching sports throughout the years, if there's one thing we've learned, it is that momentum knows no loyalty.
Rack 49, EFREN to break. Only 4 racks behind now. It is a race to 50. You're watching the Grand Masters. So another dry break. Seems to be quite a regular occurrence to have dry breaks in this match. They are using a conventional rack. Like these days we have all kinds of templates and magic racks for the balls to sit in on the break, so you get a nice spread of the balls, and you usually make 1 or 2 balls. But back in the day it was a conventional rack. It was all luck if you made a ball. And now sometimes we have indents in the cloth of the table, or racking templates to give us frozen racks. So the game has evolved, it has changed over the years. EFREN looks to be a little bit straight on this 2-ball. He can draw back for the 3-ball and play the 3 in the opposite corner, or he could elect to slice a 3-3 ball in the side pocket, or play a bank on it. Let's see what he does. Okay, he drew back. Didn't quite get into that sweetly. I don't know about you guys, but I don't think EFREN had the greatest technique, but his shots were always effective. Kind of see him jumping up sometimes on shots. To do that and be a great shot maker, yeah, that takes some talent. So attempted the 3-ball. Did have cover if he missed it. So FONG-PANG CHAO looks like he's winding up to make this ball somehow. Maybe there's a gap. Oh wow, there was a gap right between the 4 and 7. Okay, wanting to lay a snooker, hitting the 4-ball into the 8 to bounce it away. It looks like it has got EFREN in the snooker. EFREN just nodded his head. So interesting to see how EFREN attacks this one. It's sometimes a little bit hard to predict what EFREN's going to do, because he is a magician and we don't always see what EFREN sees. Okay, just played to create some distance, maybe separate the balls or try to get lucky.
Now it's starting to look like a wide open table for CHAO.
That's what you have to do sometimes playing 9-ball. If you don't see a good resave, you just have to hit the ball and hope for the best. Maybe it'll go into a pocket. Who knows? Sometimes we say in London, if in doubt, give it a clout. There's another saying, where she goes, nobody knows. And those are all part of hitting the ball and hoping for something lucky to happen. Looks like you can just draw this 6-ball back towards the center of the table. Doesn't need to get really close to it because it's laying nicely. You see him just using a little bit of outside spin Draw back into the middle of the table, just like that.
EFREN has picked up the last three.
Nicely done. Wants a little bounce off the rail. So when making this 8 ball, he can play the 9 in the same pocket. A bit of high right.
And CHAO FONG-PANG will pick up rack
And he'll
number
probably take a sigh of
49.
relief. EFREN won the last few racks, so
Between him
27-22 to the cold-faced killer. FONG-PANG CHAO to break rack number 50. This is a race to 50. It's a long match, and this is Series 2, the second part of the match. You're watching the Grand Masters from 2001 in the Philippines, hosted by Bugsy Promotions, sponsored by JBet. Fairly makeable shot here. Got to bear down on it though. Just concentrate on the pot. Okay, wasn't far off. Expected him to get that. And has left EFREN a nice easy table here. 1, 2, 3 sitting nicely. You would have thought if he gets position on the 4 ball, he will run this rack. EFREN, 47 years of age at the time of this match. Still look pretty fit and healthy. FONG-PANG CHAO on the other hand, I've actually seen him play when I first started playing pool, and I played him actually in a big tournament, the Tokyo 9-Ball Open, where there was a big prize purse up for grabs. I think it was $150,000 to the winner. That was in Tokyo, the biggest tournament Tokyo ever hosted. And I think at the time it was the biggest prize purse in 9-ball, $150,000 for first place. And I played FONG-PANG CHAO in the last 16. And he beat me. It was a scoreline of 9-3 or 9-4. He played very well. But the Magician went on to win that tournament. And he beat Niels Fayen in the final. Good result for Niels at that time. He picked up a whopping $75,000 in that tournament. EFREN slightly underhit the 5 ball, so he's going to have to kill this cue ball. Looks like he's playing low inside spin. Nevertheless, he has killed the cue ball. Left an angle on the 7 ball, so it looks like when in making the 7, he can just float past the 9 ball. Centre ball striking. Doesn't need any English on this. We'll float past the 9. Maybe graze it. Oh, he did graze it. And leave a half ball 8 to come 2 rails. Maybe 7 o'clock on the cue ball here. 2 rails. Play the 9 in the corner. Nicely done. Looks like he's getting in stroke. 23-27. Rack number 51. The GOAT to break. Dry break again. Seem to have a series of dry breaks here. So we're probably going to see a lot of push-outs, safeties, kick shots, which is nice to watch for all you advocates of the game. Sometimes it gets boring if players are consistently running out, breaking, running out, running out, running out. You know, it's good sometimes to see the other beautiful parts of our games. And there you see it, a beautiful safety by the coalface killer. Okay, EFREN's been putting some serious snookers this match so far. But he seems to get out of all of them. No problem at all. For me, it looks like he can go 1, 2, 3 rails. Okay. He's going another way. Looks like 1, 2, and 3. It's always a delight to watch EFREN kick. He's a master at the kick shot. Nearly always hits the ball, no matter how hard of a snooker you put him in. Always finds a path or route to hit his object ball. Quite amazing, really. It takes a lot of talent and creativeness. Easy snooker for FONG-PANG, can put him behind the 7 or the 2. Just like that. Now EFREN, get out of this one. This will be interesting. I don't see any kind of route. So another option could be to tie up the balls, make it harder for FONG-PANG CHAO. Play a deliberate foul. He did look at that option, but now he's looking at another option. Maybe he can hit this ball. Okay, so 1, 2, just before the side pocket, and try and make the 1, or hit the 1 at least. 1, 2, okay. Misjudged that one. Okay, he's allowed to misjudge 1 kick shot, and that was a real tough kick shot as well. So, because the balls are not spread out nicely, he's electing to go for a 1-9 combination and put him behind the 5 ball at the same time if he misses the combination. That would be a smart play. Have a go at the combination and go behind the 5 ball just in case you miss it. You're not leaving anything. Good attempt. Very good attempt. That's called a 2-way shot. EFREN faced with another kick shot. This is a bit easier than his last one. Oh, played 1 rail. Nevertheless, hit the 1-1 very full. Made contact, so no foul. But you would have thought he's going to be in some trouble again. He can probably soft draw this behind the 9 ball and send the 1 down the table. Is the 1 going into the 4? Yes, the 1 did hit the 4, but got a good cue ball. Priority was for the cue ball there. And now this is really tough. Looks like the tiddy or the jaw of the pocket's in the way, so he might have to use the tiddy and play off the jaw to try and hit this 1 ball. It looks like he did, or maybe he could catch part of the rail. If he used the tiddy to hit that shot, that was a great shot. Okay, so it looks like it's laying nicely for a stop shot behind the 3. And send the 1 back down the table. He was contemplating a bank on the 1 first. Onto the 9, sorry, with the 1 ball. Doesn't look like he can play both. Okay, so I think he went full out for the 1-9 combination. It did look like it was laying nicely, so he chose to attack rather than put EFREN safe. It leaves EFREN an easy 1-9 carom. Nicely done. Rack 52, EFREN to break. Currently trailing 27-24. Now that was a successful break. Made 3 balls on that break, and nice shot on the 3. So FONG-PANG CHAO probably be thinking, why didn't I snooker him on that last rack? He could have easily snookered him behind the 3, but elected to go for a 1-9 combination. He could pay the penalty. Low left. Played to bump into the 4 ball. See, I wouldn't have expected that. I would have expected EFREN to play the 4 in the same pocket. But he does come up with some ingenious routes or ideas which us mere mortals, don't often see or don't often predict. Lost position there. I think he was trying to play the 5 ball in the side. It's come a little bit short. So what does he do? He's got his thinking cap on.
And with only 4 object balls on the table, it gets a lot tougher to play safety. Shot clock going off. EFREN asking for the extension. You get a 30-second extension aside from the 45-second shot clock per rack.
He was thinking about playing a 5-9 combination, I'm sure. It looks like that's what he's doing. Okay, no. Played a bank. Went for a bank. Has got a nice leave. There is a shot here where he could slice this ball in, hitting the rail first with a lot of left-hand spin. So maximum left-hand English. Hit rail first and try and chop this in. I don't see any other shot. And that's exactly what he played. And what a great shot that was. Very well executed. Hit it to perfection. Looks like he can draw over and play the 8 ball in the same pocket.
The cold face killer. Getting things done here in rack number 52.
28-24 should be the score.
He's Mr. Suave now, huh?
Rack 53, FONG-PANG CHAO today to break. I am Imran Majid. For those of you just joined us from the Billiard Network, please like and subscribe.
Look on the side of CHAO right now. Looks like it looked like he lost control of the cue ball there, but
It's a race to 50. You're watching the Grand Masters. They call him the cold-faced killer, and you hardly see any emotion on his face.
Needs to angle. Wanted to pass a bit more. Nevertheless, he has a favorable angle here. Difficult though. Remember earlier on he missed the combination.
Not sure if the 3 ball goes past the 9 into this corner pocket. Okay, so the 5 definitely doesn't. So I think his thought process here is to make the 3 if it goes past the 9. and then play the 5 off the 9 into the same pocket. So probably wants his cue ball to land in line with the 5-9, so he can shoot the 5 off the 9 into the same pocket. It looks like that's laying nicely, and that's what he's measuring up. It's got a bit down on his 3 ball though. There's a small window here. I don't know if he's got a full pocket. Yeah, just slightly caught the 9 ball there. I think he had my shot prediction in mind, was going to play the 5 off the 9 the next shot. Now EFREN can get him in trouble here behind the 6 ball. Nicely done. Has left a 1 rail kick.
Trying to get on that 3. Possible combination on the 8 left side pocket. Or he can also play a jump safety. Hit that 3 ball thin. Add a little bit of left spin. Duck behind that 5.
Okay, so he's going airborne.
Actually did try. He wants that to stop. EFREN won't have a decent shot on the 3 ball rather.
The Taiwanese contingent, very good at the jump shot. Okay, what does he do? He can pop this 3 ball. Like that. Very well executed shot. Better shot than it looked, really. Now he's looking to see if the 5 goes past the 6, sorry.
Forced to take on this combo. Shot clock starting to wind down on the
If anyone can, EFREN can come up with a plan. Okay, 5-6 combo. That looks very tough. Could lay an easy snooker, go behind the 6 ball.
Here's the maestro. Goes for that safety and leaves that cue ball right on.
Yeah, that was the easiest play. He's played it very well. Could have got slightly closer to the 6 ball to cut that 1 rail kick out.
Here he comes. Gets on that 7 though. Leaves the 5 ball cleanly. Now both players will have to hurry.
I think FONG-PANG CHAO tried to kick that 5 a little bit fuller. He got it quite thin and has left an open shot here for EFREN. It just goes past the 7 ball. Oh, he actually grazed the 7 and still made the ball. Taps the table to say sorry. Okay, now 1 rail position or 3 rails? It's preference really. I think it's laying nicely for 1 rail or maybe 2 rails. Just go up and down the table, but we shall see. Looks like he's going 3 rails actually. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, me personally, I didn't like that shot, but can I question EFREN Reyes? It just brought the corner pocket into play. But he obviously felt more comfortable with that shot. And just roll this in. Centre ball striking. Yeah, seems to be okay. It's got a slight angle. Can draw this back, or it looks like he's got an angle to follow the ball through as well to get closer position on the 9. He might just accept a tougher shot on the 9 and just stop the ball right there. Okay, he went forward with some left-hand spin. Yeah, it looked like he had the angle to do that, but has underhit it. Yeah, that's a little bit uncharacteristic of EFREN. Usually his speed control is second to none. So the bank's not on. Looks like he's going to play... Oh, the bank was on. Okay. Looks like it was going to be a double kiss there. Well done. Rack 54. EFREN broke off. Has made a ball. Not an easy shot on the 1 ball. Has got a thin cut into the corner pocket. I could play the cue ball, stun 3 rails in behind the 2-8. So if he missed the 1 ball, he will have cover. But that is a fine window. Maybe he'll go full out and try and break the 2-8 out when playing this shot. And I think that's what he tried to do, is to try and hit the 8 full ball to leave a shot on the 2. It was a good play. It was a good shot. It wasn't easy, the 1 ball. And you're playing it with some English and draw. So, good shot making skills there by EFREN. Okay, 1 rail kick. Try and hide the 2. Or try and hide the cue ball. Okay, so he wanted to hit a slight part of that 2 ball, which enabled his cue ball to come back down table and try and find cover. As he left an open shot. Doesn't go past the 8 ball. Doesn't look like it does anyway. It's sometimes hard for me to see the exact angle of the shot on the monitor. I'm trying my best. Okay, you can probably thin it and come back down table. Priority would be having the object ball saved here. And I think he got that a little bit too thin. Wanted a thicker hit on that. Because he was playing it with some left-hand spin, he didn't quite judge the deflection of the cue ball when hitting the 2 ball. It deflected a bit more than he thought it would. Okay, EFREN went for the pot, missed it, and has fluked the 8 ball. It's all part of the game. Can easily happen on a 9 ball pool table. And has got a shot on the 2 ball, which affords easy position on the 3 ball. And the rest of the rack is laying nicely. And just slow roll this 3 ball, maintain the angle on the 4 ball. See how it gets positioned here. Probably play the 6 in the same pocket. Yep. That was the easiest play. Play the 7 in the same pocket. Got to be careful not to land short. Just as I was saying that, he landed short. So shouldn't be much of a problem, but I was a little bit disgusted. Wanted at least 2 or 3 inches more on the cue ball there. Can go 1, 2, 3 rails for position on the 9 in the opposite corner. 1, 2, 3. I wants it to hurry up. Hurry up. Slightly short, but has got a very makeable shot on the 9. It's made this run out a little bit harder than it should have been. but shouldn't be a problem. The Magician takes one back. The Magician to break, trailing 26-28. This is a race to 50. You're watching the Grand Masters from way back in 2001. They had this match to see who was the best. Both these are former world champions. FONG-PANG CHAO, the most recent winner, and was the reigning winner at this time, winning the World 9-Ball Championship in 2000. And he also won it in 1993. This match was in the Philippines, and it was hosted by Bugsy Promotions, a billiard promotion company at that time. I do remember them. They had a stable of 5 or 6 of the best Filipino players, including EFREN, Busti, I think Rodolfo Luat was a part of their team, and Leonardo, or the late Leonardo Andam. I'm talking about old school Filipino players here, and for all you pool enthusiasts who know what I'm talking about, know these players. They were very good players as well. Rodolfo Luat and Leonardo Andam. Unorthodox styles, very, very good and pleasing on the eye to watch those players. And it's a shame we don't have them playing right now. We're talking about late 90s, early 2000. Now you have an array of new talent from the Philippines. Dennis Oculo, Levan Corteza, and many others. Johan Chua, Carlo Biardo, all great players. Okay, so he's landed a bit funny. Looks like he can draw this, slightly bump the 9 and maintain position on the 8, and that's what he did. It's nice to see effort in those very delicate, intricate situations. He always comes up with the best plan. Only one rack behind now, 28-27. Okay, rack number 56. EFREN only trails by one rack. Has got a shot on the 2, made the 1 ball in the side. Looks like the 3 and 7 is clustered up, so has to work out a plan to break those out. Maybe he can do it now. His cue ball will be tracking towards that area, and if he thinks it's required, he could break them out, or there could be a carom shot on the 7. We shall wait and see. If anyone can, this man can. Okay, looks like he's electing to play for the 3-7 carom, which lays nicely. It's just probably working out how am I going to control the 3 ball. Yes, okay, so he banked it towards the other side of the table with a nice speed to get his cue ball out of that corner as well. The Magician comes up with magic trick after magic trick. Until he does that. I think that was can we call it a downfall? Um, let's say negative points. One of EFREN's negative points that he's so good that he sometimes gets a bit what's the word? He takes the top shot too easy. Becomes a bit complacent. That's the word on shots, and just loses a bit of focus. He thinks, "Oh, this is easy. I'll just get about and play it," and he messes up. He's that good. I definitely think 9-ball is too easy for EFREN. I mean, EFREN plays rotation, which is 15 balls in numerical order. So a 9-ball is like shelling peas, piece of cake. See, he actually played to go into that 5-ball and to manufacture it into a potable position, which he has done nicely. Ah, there you see another bit of finesse. Playing that with inside 2 rails. Probably 3 o'clock on the cue ball there. Like I said, it's sometimes hard for me to predict what EFREN's going to do because he's such a genius. And he's got that that extra level of thought process, you know. He sees things that other normal human beings don't see. 28 all. He's tied up the match. Rack 57. EFREN's got the momentum. Can he keep it up? Okay, looks like a dry one to me. I see 9 balls on the table. Has got an open shot on the 1 ball. I don't see an obvious pocket for the 2 ball, so might have to manufacture something here. Okay, missed the 1 ball. Was concentrating on the cannon on the 2-8 there. That's probably why he missed the 1 ball. So all us lot should learn from that, and don't take your eye off the object ball, even when you're playing a cannon. Okay, doesn't look like many problems here. EFREN could actually go ahead in this match. It's a race to 50 from way back in the day, 2001. Called the Grandmasters. And this is Series 2 of the Face-Off series. So there's 3 parts to this match, obviously 1, 2 and 3, and it's called the Face-Off series. A little bit thin on this 5 ball, but shouldn't be a problem. 1, 2, 3 rail position. Perfectly on the 6 ball. Probably draw it around 2 rails. Can just stun this ball in and play your cue ball onto the long rail. Play the 8 long. Crucial moment in this match because EFREN's about to take the lead. He was way down. (29-28) to EFREN Reyes.
Does so, strings together 5 consecutive racks, and is now leading 29-28 in this race for 50 in face-off Series 2, the Grandmasters.
Cut break again by EFREN, gets to 1.
Rack 58, EFREN to break. Got a ball in. And nice shot on the 2. And he was willing that 2 ball to dress up nicely for an open shot. And it has done. Got a very nice lay of the land. 3 balls laying nicely. Looks like the 4 may go past the 7 into the side. If not, it'll go in the corner. Needs a bounce. That's fine. Wants to be straight on the 4 ball, ideally. Could just stop his cue ball right there, or even use the rail with a touch of inside spin. 3 o'clock on the cue ball. Yeah, nice and straight. Draw straight back for the 6 in the corner. 6 o'clock on the cue ball. Got to get your speed control right here. Stay down and follow through is the rule usually when you're playing a drawback, or on any shot really. But you just want to be careful of your follow through when you're playing a drawback. You don't want to. You want to follow through straight. This is what I'm trying to get to. You don't want to draw. You don't want to follow through with a left or right. You want to follow through completely straight. Make your cue go in a straight line. That's to have a straight drawback. You can manipulate a drawback shot by having a slight left or right movement on your follow through. When you're drawing the ball back, you can cheat the pocket and manipulate the angle using your follow through. EFREN takes a 2-rack lead, 30-28.
These guys, they beat some BATA, man. I don't like him much. Of course, congratulations to the Stags.
Rack 59. No ball, or is there a ball? Yes, he's made the 1 ball and it's got a thin cut on the 2 ball. The 3's laying nicely. At first glance, it looks like there's a 4-6 combination on, and the rest of the balls are in good positions. So you would have thought if he could make this 2 ball, he'd be set up nicely to take this rack. But first things first, we always say in 9 ball, take 1 ball at a time, 1 shot at a time, 1 rack at a time, 1 match at a time. Nicely done. Didn't want to slow roll that ball because there would be some margin for error. So let his stroke go. Used a full stroke there on the 2 ball. Played it with some speed to make sure of the pot. He's got to be a little bit careful with this combination shot to not lose the 4-ball. So easy to lose your object ball when you're playing combination shots. So he's got to keep good control on the 4 here. Probably wants to hit the 6 pretty fat, like that. Okay. Has got a shot on the 4-ball. Looks like he could cut it in thin with maybe some inside spin. Play the 5 in the same pocket. Oh, was dicing with a lot of balls there. Came out smelling of roses. It was a little bit lucky there, gotta say. I don't think he had too many other options when playing that shot.
EFREN Reyes doing what he does best, running the tables on CHAO FONG-PANG.
EFREN looks like he's finding a gear.
But a little too short.
Slightly underhit that one. Yeah, and bangs the rail of the table. Still shouldn't be a problem. The Magician, 31-28. EFREN to break, rack number 60. One ball successfully in the side pocket. Now he's willing the 2-ball to land nicely for him for a shot, but he's hampered by the 5-ball. So what do? You can push out, or you can try and lay some kind of snooker. It's very tricky with the 5-ball being there. You got to watch out you don't foul as well. Maybe you could slow roll this and go behind the 7. That's tricky, but okay, so he did try that.
You see the members of the NCAA champion San Sebastian Stags all in yellow.
Containing safety by FONG-PANG CHAO. Okay, I think EFREN's looking to see if he can make something happen here. Maybe he's looking at carom on the 9 and 3. Carom combination. Bank the 2 and go for the carom. It's kind of a two-way shot. Oh wow, he made both. Just like I said, he banked the 2 and he made the carom. Nicely done. Good vision and great shot making skills. Okay, he's landed on the 4-ball in the side. I'm not sure if he's straight or has got a little bit of angle. Okay, did have a little bit of angle, squeezed it in. Now playing for a 5-6 combination. Here you see one of EFREN's typical racks, plays a bank carom combination and then another combination, and the guy gets out from anywhere. Okay, so he missed that shot. Would have been a great run out if he did clear the table there.
But CHAO,
Okay, so he missed that ball too.
after sitting for a long
Okay,
run,
so a couple of misses in this rack.
couldn't knock that ball down.
Smelling, partner, I'm smelling some barbecue over on another table.
And you are starting to walk over.
Of course, it's almost turning 9 here in the Philippines. In the West Coast, probably about 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. We're hungry. Of course, if these players aren't eating, we're not eating.
Okay, had to play short side position there, and it's played it nicely.
Well, he needs a little bit of food in his tummy. Can't be eating while you're playing.
EFREN finding some momentum.
This long arrays.
Was a few racks down, now he's a few racks up.
Another error by CHAO.
And rightly so, he's played better of the two
Reyes has racked
in the
up
last
the
few
lead,
racks at least.
and he is starting to take control of this match.
Takes a nice little lead now.
Beautiful.
EFREN to break. It is a winner break format. It is a race to 50. The winner will be announced as the Grand Master. EFREN currently has a 4-rack lead, 32-28. Still a long way to go. This is series 2 of a 3-part series. I am Imran Majid for the Billiard Network. Please like and subscribe. So nicely on the 2 ball. And just roll down for the 4-6 combination. EFREN plays the combination shots with ease. Obviously comes from a rotation background where there's 15 balls on the table and you have to run out in number sequence, so he's always going to have a lot of combinations when 15 balls are on the table. So he's used to playing combinations quite a lot, as are the other Filipinos as well. That makes the game of 9 ball or 10 ball very easy for them. Nicely done. Probably play the 7 in the same pocket, and probably play the 8 in the same pocket. Would have liked his cue ball to go a little bit more down table. Yeah, just where he pointed, so he could play natural two rail position for the 8 in the same pocket. Now has to figure out something else. Oh, okay, yeah, he's playing it in the side now. Couldn't easily get to the right hand side of the table to play the 8 in the corner, so elected to play it in the side. Stun this ball in, play that 9 in the opposite pocket. Nicely done. EFREN makes light work of that rack, 33-28. Rack number 62. EFREN to break. Any ball down? No, doesn't look like it. Dry break. And gives FONG-PANG CHAO a much needed chance at the table.
How about for CHAO FONG-PANG playing here in the Philippines in front of EFREN's home fans? How tough is this for this two-time world champion?
Table looks pretty open apart from a 5-6 cluster towards this bottom corner pocket. So it's probably sizing up whether to play a combination on the 5-6 or can he dislodge them. That's probably his thought process right now. So he's probably thinking, if I draw the 3 and get low on the 4, I could probably break it out one rail using some left-hand spin. That would be my thought process anyway. Get low on the 4, almost in line with it. So you've got a nice natural angle and come towards the corner pocket using some left-hand spin. So I would say left-hand spin, maybe 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock on the cue ball, track towards the corner pocket, just like that. That was unlucky, yeah. He did try and break them out. Unfortunately, snookered himself on the 5 ball as well in doing so. Looks like he has got a 1 rail kick. And if he hits this right, the cue ball could track back behind the 6, just like that, yep. And he made it, wow. So, from being unlucky to being lucky. What a turn of events there. Looks like he's going airborne to hit this one, or to try and even make this one. Yeah, just overjumped it, overstroked it. Got too much power on that jump. And went right over the object ball. Given a golden opportunity for the magician to extend his lead.
Lucky break for Reyes here.
There you see the precise cue ball control of the magician. Hardly ever gets out of line. And is always close to his work if you watch. Maintains a nice angle, close to his work. Makes the game look very, very easy.
Django yelling out some encouragement from the back. As EFREN
34-28 to the magician. Rack number 63. Here's a winner breaks. Race to 50. You're watching the Grandmasters from 2001, back in the day. Two absolute legends of the game. FONG-PANG CHAO, they call him the cold-faced killer, against the one and only magician. FONG-PANG CHAO, I must say, putting up a good fight. This is a 3-part series. He did take a lead in the first part of this match. And now watching the second part. Did EFREN go right into the pocket? Yeah, he did. That was his body movement. It must be, you know. He must make some technical errors from his body movement. He jumps up quite a lot, I've noticed over the years, and always has done. I think it's slightly more exaggerated now as he's getting older, but he's always had a bit of body movement. And I just think to myself sometimes, would he be even better if he had great fundamentals? And my answer to that would be yes. You would have thought he would be a much better player. And that would be scary if he was a much better player than he actually was. But yeah, I suppose I'm just saying it. You see, I was brought up from snooker, and to be a snooker player, you have to have perfect technique and fundamentals, no head movement, correct stance, and so forth. So I'm probably a stickler for having a good technique, as the other guys are from England. You know, we've got some great players from England. Darren Appleton, a prime example, also played a bit of snooker back in the day, and has won every title under the planet. So a fairly easy lay of the land here for FONG-PANG CHAO, or CHAO FONG-PANG. See, when I knew him back in the day, it was always FONG-PANG CHAO. Now they call him CHAO FANG PONG, or in this video at least. I do apologize for the quality of the stream we got here, or the video, because it was produced back in the day, and obviously they didn't have up-to-date technology like we have with high definition viewing these days, so that wasn't available for them then. So this is original footage that we got, and just hope you're enjoying it. So the cold-faced killer is trying to claw his way back into this match. Was leading after the first series. This is the second series. EFREN is leading now. So there will be some swings and roundabouts in the race to 50. Cold-faced killer pulls one back, 34-29. CHAO to break. Rack number 64. Has made a ball. Has got a thin cut on the one ball. Looks like he can make the one go straight up and down the middle of the table and have position on the two. But not easy by any means. Oh, I see what he's doing. He might be playing a bank onto the 9. And hopefully having cover if he misses it. Yeah, he was. He was sizing up that point on the long rail where to hit his cue ball. And in doing that, he has made the one ball in the side. Wow. It's quite an intelligent play. Easier than my shot to cut the one ball in and play position for the 2. He actually went for the winning shot where he could have won the game in his first shot, banking the 1 onto the 9. But missed it, and the one ball didn't hit any balls down that end of the table and went right into the side pocket. Does he have another combination on or carom on the 9? No, not this time. I don't think it was laying quite perfect. Got a double kiss there, which he didn't want, and has left EFREN a shot. Not easy by any stretch of the imagination, but does have a shot where he could stun off the side rail and come back for position on the 4. Let's see what he does. Okay, so he decided to play safe, and it was a good save. I think he's got him behind the 4. Yeah, looks like he's snookered. So obviously didn't feel there was any value in taking on the 2 ball there, so he's played a smart shot, snookering FONG-PANG CHAO, trying to get ball in hand. Oh, look at this, it's going near the 9. Oh, I thought he made the 9 there, I thought he fluked it. See what he did there? He tried to play a 1 rail kick and hit the 2 ball, half ball, so the cue ball would track behind the 9 and the 2 ball will go behind the wall of balls. It was very well executed, just didn't have enough speed on it. But you see the creativity and wizardry of EFREN Reyes? That's how he thinks, and that was perfectly planned out, just as intended. And our FONG-PANG CHAO's underhit the shot by quite some margin, left EFREN a shot. No easy position on the 4 ball, so he might decide to play safe if he can't find position for the 4. Or does he just make the 2 and play position on the 4? Does he play a safety now? There are options. That's what's going through his mind right now. Yeah, containing safety and try and get the cue ball jammed between these balls. Didn't quite get the snooker, but has contained the situation.
And of the 3 previous times it's happened tonight, it has been CHAO who has blinked first. He has lost all 3 of the safety battles so far. Almost getting lucky with that 9.
Okay, that was rather lucky, but I had a sneak feeling that FONG-PANG CHAO was trying to carom the 9 there. He actually mishit the shot, hit the 2 ball too fat, and was lucky to snooker EFREN. Quite a surprising miss for EFREN standards. He usually gets those.
So the only cover balls we see here is the 5 and 6 being tied together. Or is that the 4? The 4 and 9, rather. 4 and 9 being tied together, bottom right.
I don't know what he's looking at, but he can play easy position on the 4. Just bank your cue ball just before the side pocket with some right hand spin, and you should have a pretty decent shot on the 4. Just want to know exactly where you're hitting the long rail here, because so he nearly actually scratched. I was just about to say, playing shots like that, you can sometimes scratch. So you've got to be careful. You should know exactly where you're hitting on the rail. Yeah, a little wry smile there from FONG-PANG CHAO. At first he thought he had scratched himself. Not too many problems here. I can just row forward, play the 5 in the opposite corner pocket. Wants to be a little bit careful here when playing the 6 ball, because the 9 is impeding his path once he makes this ball. Yeah, has to be precise here. Not sure if he played it like that. I think he was maybe trying to go past the 9 and play the 6 in the corner pocket. And he's come unstuck here. Might have to play a snooker and draw behind the 9 ball. That looks an obvious play. Be very risky playing the 6 ball in the side pocket. Yeah. That would have been the obvious shot for me.
Leaving that cue married to the 9.
EFREN with another kick shot. He's got out of some great kick shots, at least in this second series. He's also missed a couple, but we all know he's a master at kicking the balls. And see what he's got in his bag of tricks here.
And EFREN right now isn't just playing in front of his fellow Filipinos. He's playing in front of a lot of his fellow Kapampangans. The bulk of the NCAA men's basketball champion San Sebastian Stags from Pampanga.
Okay, so he missed that ball.
That's another foul on EFREN.
Looks easy, but still got an 8 and 9 combination to deal with. So needs perfect position on this 7 to get perfect position on the 8-9. $5 on the cue ball. Just draw out like that.
Takes that combination and CHAO FONG-PANG.
Nicely done, FONG-PANG CHAO.
Keep within striking distance of
Trails
EFREN Reyes.
34-30.
Break on a 2-up tear now. Things starting to move his way.
Rack number 65. It's a winner breaks format. Race to 50. I am Imran Majid from the Billiard Network. You are watching footage from 2001, the Grand Masters. FONG-PANG CHAO goes straight into the corner side pocket on the break. Didn't make a ball on the break, so it would have been a dry break anyway. Okay, so the way he's placed the cue ball, looks like EFREN's going to play a 1-2 combination and leave the 1 ball in the opposite corner pocket. By the way he's placed the cue ball, that looks like what he was going to do there, but can obviously change his mind.
Reyes trying to negotiate through the traffic here.
Okay, so he cleverly used the 6 ball, played the 1 off the 6 and left the 2 nicely over the corner pocket. His first choice was viable, playing the combination, but this was just a little bit easier to execute. So good thinking by EFREN there.
A little too close for comfort on that 3, I believe.
Okay, yeah, you just saw him put his hand on the table. That's where he wanted his cue ball. So underhit it a little bit. Has got a shot in the corner pocket. And the way it's laying looks like he can. He could draw back and play a small window between the 7 and 8 for the 4 in the corner pocket. Could elect to play that, but it's very touchy and intricate. Yeah. He gambled a little bit. He wanted a full contact on the 9 so his cue ball could stay there. He didn't quite catch it right. I don't think he fully committed to the drawback and playing the little window. Don't blame him at all, because it was a very tricky, intricate shot and needed a lot of finesse. Okay, so another two-way shot. You saw an attempt at the bank. If he missed it, he was covered by the 7 ball. So that's what we should all be looking for. All you budding amateurs out there, always look for your two-way shots and your three-way shots. One rail kick in the side pocket, or is he going to jump? Oh, he's going airborne. Okay, so priority was to get the cue ball safe, which he did. Unfortunately, he didn't get a good object ball. Has left an EFREN a shot here in the side pocket. EFREN's got to cue this well. He's got to stay down and follow through. He'll probably jump up and use a load of body movement like he did, yeah. They call it body English sometimes. Helps the ball go in. I'm not a big fan of that. Obviously, I'm a former snooker player, so I like to keep still. Yeah, some of the old school players from back in the day, they did use quite a lot of body English. And they say it kind of helps the ball go in. You kind of steer the ball into the pocket. It's come a little bit funny, and now he's stretching. I might have to go for the rest or the rake or the extension. Didn't know they had extensions in 2001. And don't forget, this was like 19 years ago, this match. Both players were world champions, so they're trying to see who's the best champion. EFREN pegs one back. He's got a nice little cushion now, 35 to 30. It's a race to 50. Nicely done.
So it is back to a 5-rack lead for the Magician, 35 to 30. As face-off continues live over clubcapo.tv. This event, of course, brought to you by Outlast maintenance-free batteries. The Manila.
Well, that's the end of the Series 2, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. My name is Imran Majid from the Billiard Network. Stay tuned for some more 9-ball action from the Billiard Network. We have a lot of great pool content from all around the world. So I hope to see you soon, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you like. Thank you. Bye.
45-second shot clock in effect in this face-off with a 30-second extension, but players can only call it one.